when you say, what does this mean for the real estate investor? Well, this means that if you're living in a place like Texas, real estate is always going to be in high demand. You have an undersupply of inventory. You have an over demand of population.
Yeah.
You have more and more
over
people.
Demand of population.
No. Overflow? No.
Over demand of population.
Huh.
I don't know what
the word would be then. But we have a lot of population.
Just say that. Like
this is why we do it with coffee and not whiskey.
Not whiskey. Yeah.
But we have a lot more population coming. And I had somebody comment actually on one of our videos, and he says, "That's it. Everybody that was going to move already moved." I was like, "You don't understand how these things work."
I just put a house up for rent a month ago, and I had like 4 people ready to rent our property, sight unseen, ready to put the deposits, do whatever they could do, and just be like, hey, I don't have a job there because I'm leaving California. I want to move there. I'll pay 6 months in advance. It's like, damn, they're ready to put their money. We're like, yo, I will just pay to secure a house in Texas to get the F out of here. And they're like, we're just trying, like, they didn't pick San Antonio. No, they just picked Texas. He's like one of the guys, when I called him back, he's like, I don't know where we're going to move yet. We're just going to move wherever we can find a house that's willing to accept because they don't have a job. Like we're just willing to we're just trying to find somebody that's willing to accept the fact that we don't have a job and we're relocating there.
Well, we're coming with a shit ton of money.
So
we're willing to overpay.
Yeah, he's like, we got $40,000 in savings. I'll pay a year in advance. I don't care. My wife's an RN. My wife's an RN. I was like, obviously a nurse is going to find a job here. Like
you would think.
Yeah. And that was one of 4 that was like sight unseen. Can I move in?
And that's what I'm saying. Like when people say, oh, Texas, that's it. More people are not going to be leaving. Bullshit. When you're looking at San Francisco, because you have LA, everything, the crime rate has been beyond ridiculous.
Oh, did you see
they're robbing trains?
The governor just came out and admitted that LA looks like a third world country because of the crime.
The governor.
Newsom. Oh,
really?
Second year in a row, he was rated the best salesman for U-Haul again. They literally, I saw an article, they ran out of U-Hauls. U-Haul ran out of inventory. They just
my God.
We know you want to leave, but find your own way.
Honestly, if I was a CEO of U-Haul, I would send them a plaque.
Bro,
like, you are the number one salesman.
I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. You ran out of U-Hauls from Illinois. I think it was Illinois, New York, and California. They're like, like they came out with a public statement and just be like,
for people looking for gig work, I wonder how many, if you can work for U-Haul, like going to these states to get the U-Hauls back
just buy
to California.
Yeah, dude, just get you an F like 550 and just load up freaking U-Hauls and just drive their asses out there. Be like, yo, like they'll probably be like, we're charging so much money because these Californians have so much money. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Like it's like just get them out here, please. Like we can't even get trains out here.
But that's it, right? Like the crime rate in California has been through the roof. They're robbing. They were showing the other day they were robbing trains. They were carrying like Amazon packages, everything. Like when the train slows down going through like a section of the city, you have people coming through with bolt cutters, with everything, cutting the locks, open shit up, stealing all the packages, throwing packages. Like it was in every direction that you look, just a landfill of packages.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I saw a picture
insane.
of it. Like the railroad moving through a railroad, rolling through LA. There's just packages and trash everywhere.
So they ended up doing a survey of like in San Francisco, how many people would move and everything, and it was something like 80% of the people that were surveyed. They're saying they're already in plans to move within the next year. They're already planning. They're tired of this. 80% of the people they surveyed. And it's just one of those things that like, yeah, you have crime. You have all these things. It's so much for defund the police. That shit didn't last.
Dude. Well, that's also one thing. It's like, you and I have had this conversation. Like, my girlfriend's from Southern California. We have a lot of family out there in Southern California. That it's like, that's what's needed, though. Yeah. That is what is needed. Because when people move, especially people with money, because they have the capabilities, your tax base leaves. And when your tax base leaves, the government runs out of money. They go bankrupt.
Yep.
And what is it? States can't go bankrupt, but cities can, right?
Oh, shit. I don't know. They change the rules all the time.
I don't know, but that's what's like because California is a very beautiful place. Like it is so cool. Like when I graduated like college, I was like, man, I want to go to California. I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Florida. One of those three. Visited California, and I was like, yep, nope, going back to the west or east. Like I'm going back there. So Texas landed here. I'd still go to Florida. Florida's awesome. But California, no. I was like, I would never live there. Like I have family out there, and they're like, I am ready to pack my bags and head to Texas, man. So, like, I'm so ready.
So as a real estate investor, when you're looking at that, people are leaving California. They're selling whatever little shacks or anything they own over there. The only thing that's making
the values go up is the fact that there's just no houses. Like they've underbuilt California, because you want to talk about restrictions to build. Like California is like top of the list of like the shit you have to comply with. They literally came out and said that they were going to fill this is when I was in college back in like 2010, 12. And they said that they were going to fill gaps in the government budgets with stormwater prevention plan fines on developers. Literally came out and said that. It's like, hey, we're going to put out so much restrictions on just stormwater and runoff from your job sites that you're just going to have to pay us a bunch of money.
Exactly.
So what'd that do? That just took every developer's price. Like, well, we're just going to have to put in like an extra 20% of our build cost to pay government fines because we just can't adhere to these standards.
Yeah.
So they just blatantly just say like, you know what, screw it. We're going to run off and we're going to have to pay fines. We're going to put that into it on our build costs.
Nice.
Yeah. And like, where does that go? And everyone blames the developers for charging so much money. It's like, no, look at why we pay, why we charge the prices we do. The things that we have to work with, like when the government, or 3 months to get power to a property, or 3 months to figure out what they want to do with a road. And it's like, that's where that money goes.
Yeah. I think when going back to it, it's like when people say, you know, especially that one guy that he commented, he's like, that's it. You know, real estate in Texas is in a bubble and all this. I was like, I don't know where you're pulling this from. Like, we're using actual data. I don't know what bubble you're talking about in Texas. We have underdevelopment. We have demand going through the roof, and it's not slowing down. It's not stopping. We're having more and more people coming down here from California or all these west side countries.
West
side
should countries.
West Coast
states. Let's go to West Coast states.
That's what it was like. West side countries, the West Coast states. But you have Seattle, Portland, California. You have all these coming down, and their money in Texas buys them a lot. And you go to little California and Austin, and people are just buying places like crazy and all around there. And San Antonio is becoming another one that's becoming a good hub for people to come to. It's extremely affordable. So when you talk about the real estate market, it's like Texas got way too much room to grow.
Oh, we got land. We have land. That's it. Land. We don't have mountain ranges like California's got, or deserts they have to deal with.
Yeah, you don't. And you don't have scenery worth of shit here, but we got
land, bro.
That's it.
Like, you don't give a shit. Like, it means like we can build for miles out that way. We don't have to go build up a hill. We don't have to move rock. We don't have to divert a river.
I heard a joke recently that says when you go to West Texas, you can see your dog running away for 2 weeks.
that was a joke in Kansas too, dude. That was a joke in Kansas. Like when your dog is like, well, I can watch my dog run away for three weeks because it's flat pancake. That's it.